This is an assembly and 1-year review video for the 7 cubic foot Gorilla Cart model GCG-7. Now the first thing that I'll do to assemble the cart is bolt this H bracket to the bottom of the polyethylene tub. So I will use all the hardware grouped in the packaging labeled 1 along with a couple wrenches that fit. With the tub on its side propped up with a 2x4, I insert the 4 bolts through the top and then attach the H bracket. Then I put the nuts on the bolts sticking out through the bracket on the bottom and tighten them up with my ratchet wrench. Next, I'll use all the hardware package with the label 2, and first thing I'll need to install from it is the spacer onto the outside of the H bracket. And after both of those are inserted, I will place the back of the bottom assembly over them so I can bolt it on, which consists of me sliding the bolt from the outside through the holes with the spacers, putting the nuts on, and tighten them up with my ratchet wrench. Now I'll use the hardware with the label 3 to bolt the rear axle assembly onto the tub, but first I'll put it on to make sure everything lines up before I tip the tub over so I can slide the bolts through the top. Then once I have the bolts in, I can flip the tub back over and attach the rear assembly to them, put the nuts on, and tighten them all up with my ratchet wrench. Now I can put the tires on, and I want to make sure that I have the valve stem to put air in the tires on the outside so I can get to them. And I take the hardware with the label 4 out, which is just a washer and cotter pin for each wheel, so I put them on. Now with all the wheels attached, I can flip the cart over to finish up the assembly. And to do that, I'll need the hardware with the label 5 and the part with the yellow handle, which will get bolted to the front of the cart. So I insert all the bolts into the part and then put a washer and nut on each bolt sticking through the tub, and then tighten them all up using my ratchet wrench once I have them on. So I test the handle to make sure everything works properly before proceeding with the last part of the assembly, and it appears that I didn't mess anything up. Now I take the last pieces of hardware out of the packaging with the label 6 to install the tow handle, and all that involves is inserting the bolt through, putting the nut on, and tightening it up. The handle attached to the tow bar has a cotter pin that you can take off to remove it if you wish to attach the cart to a tractor so you can pull it around. The instructions list all the hardware for each step along with the tools you will need to complete the assembly. It also has a detailed diagram with how each part gets assembled, so I'll quickly show that for those of you that lost your copy and wish to pause the video to rate it. I ended up buying this to transfer gravel all over my property where I need it, so that's the first thing I'll demonstrate. The 7 cubic foot this cart can handle is rated to haul 1,200 pounds, so it makes moving this gravel around really easy. I've had this for well over a year, and I use it quite often when maintaining my property. I haven't had any problems with it yet, so this is definitely a purchase that I'm very happy with. I mostly use it with my 25-gallon sprayer now to control the weeds on my lot, and it's a little hard to pull with over 20 gallons, so now I just fill it halfway and I can pull it around with no problem.
Hopefully this video has helped, and feel free to ask any questions that you still may have in the comments. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe for more quick and on-point videos.